Just 2 years ago, Amazon released an e-ink device. For so many years, there's been tons of people that enjoyed using e-readers on the Amazon platform. And in 2022, they introduced the Kindle Scribe. That device was an e-ink device, and it allowed you to take notes on your device. It allowed you to import planners. It allowed you to take notes in your books. And it was revolutionary for those that were in the e-reader space that wanted to look and jump into the e-ink space. Today, guys, we have a 2024 release, the Amazon Kindle Scribe 2024. Now, it's still labeled as a first edition. However, there is some new features. As we're unpacking this, you're going to notice that the two devices are relatively close to the same specs. The screen size is the same, the resolution is the same. There's been some updates to the screen to give you more of a paper-like feel, and they have a premium pen now that has some neat features. One of them that allows you to have a more racer-like experience for those of us that make mistakes. And for those that don't, like myself, I'm just kidding. No, but these little updates, these little tweaks really kind of give a refresh to this device. And today, guys, we're going to go through the device. We're going to show you it and show you how you can utilize it and create more productivity with it, as well as still being able to use it as a preferred e-reader device. As you begin unboxing this device, you're going to notice the tablet itself as well as a pen that you can use. Also, you're going to notice a charging cable. In addition to that, I want you guys to know as you set this device up to go ahead and make sure it is linked to your Amazon account. Now, if you purchased it through Amazon, it should already be there in your devices, but you can find in the settings on your Amazon account. This is going to unlock a lot of power. It's going to allow you to be able to send PDFs. It's going to allow you to go ahead and send media to your device as well as connect to the Amazon store. And as you're building out your device, you're going to be able to set up a password to help personalize it and protect it for yourself. As we begin to explore this device, one of the things I really want to touch on is the e-ink features that the Amazon Scribe has. That 300 DPI resolution provides a really clear writing experience, and with this new screen texture and this premium pen, you're going to find the writing experience a level up from the 2022 model. So let's go ahead and show you how you can do some of the things in here. First and foremost, we can go ahead and click right here up in the top corner and create a notebook. What this allows us to do is we're just going to put new notebook, and this allows us to have a set of default templates and pages within the notebook. We can do like ruled, we can do some vertical columns, we can do a graph, we can do checklist. There is even a planner in here as well as a habit tracker and storyboard. And if you're a musician, this is a really cool feature. For this case, we're just going to go ahead and show you how a standard template works. We'll go ahead there and hit create. Now, when this creates a notebook, you're going to see that I have just line paper. Now, across the side of it, you're going to have the ability to access your tools. And first and foremost, you have a couple different pen selections, a pen, a fountain pen, a marker, a pencil, as well as thickness. And we'll just kind of show you how that works. Here's a pen. Here's a thicker pen. And then here is a thick pencil. You can see just in that resolution difference there, this looks so crisp and clean. And that has a little bit of a jaggy edge because we're writing with a pencil. And we can also bring that down. And then I'll just show you how the fountain pen works. And it kind of has a neat look and feel to it, as you would expect. I personally like to use the pen. And I find myself using a thickness like such. Now, we do have the ability to do highlighting, and there's a couple different thicknesses. Highlighting is really powerful, even on an e-ink device, because even though it's in a shade of gray, it helps stand out. And we get into planning, this is really important, because if you ever do any color blocking or break down your schedule, or if you're just trying to take a note and accent it, this is really powerful. And then we also have an eraser tool. Now from here, we can go ahead and erase, and there's a couple different options in there, as well as there is erase page and erase selection. And then last and foremost, here we have the lasso tool. Now the lasso tool does a number of things. It allows you to select the text and we can move it. We can also go ahead and hit the word copy, and then we could tap somewhere on the screen and paste it. We can also cut it, as well as we could go ahead and bring that back. We could also go ahead and delete it. And then the other tools allow us to use the pen as if we were using our finger. I generally don't do that because I use my finger for navigation and such. And that kind of gives us kind of a look and feel how this writing works. Now, if I simply swipe to the right, it's going to create a new page. And every time I swipe to the right, it's going to create a new page. Now, I just have that one template to work with this notebook. that I set up as my default. Now, one of the very unique things about this device that's part of the upgrade is the AI summary. I'm going to go ahead and jot a note that has a number of characters. I'm going to show you how that works. Now, if all this text is written, I'm simply going to tap at the top of the screen. This is going to display my navigation bar. And there's a new feature up here, and it looks like two little stars. If I click on it, it allows me to summarize. And this is an AI feature. I'm going to summarize the current page and hit start. Now, if you get a note that says you have not written enough, just go back and continue to write notes. It's going to help redefine this process and give you some generated results. And you can see here now it's generated a to-do list summary: take out trash, send mileage reports, call mom, return Amazon gifts to Kohl's. That is absolutely impressive. And a couple things, I can go ahead and I can customize this, and I can also add it to the notebook. And I'm just going to put it on the last page. And you can see now it creates a text file for me to see that on this page. This is also really important if you're just taking a lot of notes and you kind of want to see how everything looks and feels. This was a really powerful tool and one of the updates as part of the 2024. Now, this could be something I think software-wise they could bring to the 2022 edition, and maybe we'll see that. If you look at both of these devices, you can see the versions of these two are different, and maybe that's a software update, but maybe there's something about the hardware component that makes it special to the 2024 release. Either way, it's a really cool feature for summarizing your notes with AI. Having the right space or planning can make all the difference in your productivity, creativity, and overall well-being. With the right setup, you can achieve improved focus and efficiency by minimizing distractions and staying on task. The FlexEye Spot E6 desk features a seamless, solid slab desktop, offering a smooth 55 by 28 inch surface for maximum comfort and productivity. No more dealing with those annoying seams. And with this 3-stage lift system, this desk adjusts from 24.4 inches to a towering 50 inches. Perfect for anyone from kids to a tall 6.5 adult. And thanks to the quiet dual motors, it lifts up to 352 pounds with minimum noise, assuring you won't be disturbing your surroundings. The vibrant controls of blue backlighting and 4 height memory buttons make adjusting the desk a breeze. Plus, the 15-year warranty on the frame and motors gives you a peace of mind. A spacious, clutter-free desk keeps your planning materials organized within reach, streamlining your productivity. A clean, aesthetically pleasing space can inspire creativity and positively impact your mood. So we showed you how you can create your own notebook and create a template that's pre-designated by Amazon. But what happens if you want to get more creative? What happens if you have your own PDF files, your own images, and you want to be able to mark up those things? Matter of fact, maybe you want to have a planner and you want to import it that helps you organize and create productivity in your life. Well, you can do that by going to the Send to Kindle online webpage and go ahead and push those PDFs directly to your device. In doing so, they'll show up in your library. See right here, we have the Key to Success Planner. We'll go ahead and open that. Now, what's really neat about PDF annotation and the power of using these PDF annotation planners is they're hyperlinked. So I can go ahead and click on different aspects of the planning system based on how it was set up, and I can access different pages in the planner. I can jump to different days. I can even hyperlink within the day and go ahead from day to day, from week to week. I can also, if the planner have special pages for like note taking as well as meetings. So I can go into like a meeting page here, and I can even customize that title of that meeting page so that when I go into the meeting, I can actually see what the meeting page looks like and take notes within this. That is really cool, and something that if you are looking at the Amazon Scribe and you want to be able to get the most productivity out of it, this is something you definitely should consider. But why planning in the first place? Well, we generally have always learned that when we write something down, we are more likely to remember it, and also that personal accountability that we've written out what we want to do, we want to take action on those items. And I find with paper planning, I've always been able to be more constructive in my plans. I had better thought process, as well as I was committed to the plan that I had for myself. And that might be a daily plan, a weekly plan, or goals that I want to reach for in a month. However, disadvantages of the paper planning is now you have these notebooks and these stacks of piles of binders all over the place, and you can't really search through the notes. And if you go somewhere, you might not necessarily have all those items with you. When we enter the digital planning world, we have all that and we have it on a device like this that is super thin, easy to carry, and we can take it with us wherever we go. Now, the challenge with digital planning is a number of things. One, it's not writing on paper, or is it? When we look at the Kindle Scribe, we have a paper-like writing feel, and many e-ink devices have this feel for us, and it is really a bridge from paper to digital. And with that bridge comes a number of opportunities. We can go ahead and make plans in our day. We can use lasso tools to copy our to-dos from one day to the next. If we're trying to build out a schedule, we can hit the copy and copy and paste features so we can carry a cadence of our schedule throughout an entire week. And also, we have the ability to use AI to summarize some of the notes. Some of the disadvantages that we have at this point is they don't link to our electronic notification systems. Yes, this schedule won't sync to my Google Calendar or Outlook or Apple Calendar, but this is an opportunity for me to have a primary and a secondary schedule. And what does that mean? Well, this is a planner. A planner is used to help you think through the process and get the most out of it. Electronic scheduling is really just a notification service. It's blocking off your time. There's no thought that goes into what that time is all about. And when you plan your time, you're going to get a better return from it. If you simply schedule your time, you end up just showing up and working with the time allotment that you have. I find so many people that when they plan, they spend less time on the things that they're attending. And that's really huge, especially in today's life where we have so many things going on and time is one of our most valuable assets. So when it comes to planning and you're looking at using a device like this, definitely consider it because you can easily get a PDF planner, import it into this device, and start to make plans as well as being able to encourage yourself to get the things done that, again, matter most to you. And for those that I haven't met, I'm Brandon Bonderfer, creator and founder of the Key to Success Planner, a professional planning tool that I've created to help myself and each of you become more productive in our day. Now we have 4 editions, the personal, professional, business, and executive, and they're really tailored to each of those categories. For someone that's looking to plan better in their personal life, to being able to grow in their professional career, or those that might have a lead role in a business and are charged with responsibilities, to the executive that is overseeing an entire team and is trying to align the goals of each individual person with the mindset of the objectives of that organization. I can help you and your team really progress in your productivity with tools like this. And if you want, go ahead, check out the link in the description and learn more about our planning system. Now, we talked about the Amazon Kindle Scribe being an e-ink device, but everybody knows the Kindle as an e-reader device. And when you bring e-reader and e-ink together, it's going to bring in some powerful solutions for those that like to read books and take notes. So let's cover those. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a book here that I've been reading, and I'm going to show you some of the really cool features that are a part of this update. And here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. We're going to cover the ability to use Canvas and make your own space, as well as being able to highlight your notes and create notes in column. And to do this, I'm simply going to go to the next page to illustrate. With my stylus, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and highlight this chapter provided a framework for dealers to plan. I think that's an important piece. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. I want to go ahead and build out some of my own notes about this framework. So I'm going to go right over here with my pen and click on this little button here. And that is going to give me the ability to create a block of space that I can write in. So what is my plans? What is my plans? And now I can go ahead and write notes about this phrase. And I think that's really powerful, especially if you're reading self-help books or if you're doing recipes or doing things that allow you to have input. Now I can also just go ahead and use the pen tool, and I want to start writing down here where it says there are many dealers that operate a successful local business. So I'm just going to put down goals for success. And as I write that, I'm going to hit the little button here. It builds out a text box. Now I can go ahead and I can click on that text box and I can drag it down and make it bigger. I can also bring it over or bring it to the full width of the page. And at any time, if I wanted to delete this text box, I could easily do so. So this, I think, is a big upgrade for the Amazon Kindle Scribe, because when we were using the sticky note page, which still is there, the sticky note page is where I can go ahead and tap a note, but now it takes this note and I can tap on that, and it puts this handwritten or text note, and it's like a block of text that's in the page, and I can go ahead and write it. But to be frank with you, it doesn't have that like integration feel. Like it doesn't feel like I'm actually part of the literature that I'm reading. And when I go back to using this style, I just have this little note. And when I go back here, I just have this little note that I tap on, and it reviews the notes that I took. I might miss this, or I might not see the purpose of what it is that I'm reading and recall it. I think this here is such a better solution for note taking in between the active canvas and the ability to write notes in column. I think this is a big upgrade. So if you're looking at the Kindle Scribe, this is one of the features you definitely want to consider with the 2024 version. And as we get to this stage in the video, you start to think about yourself, is the Scribe for me, or is there another e-ink device that's a better solution? I did a few videos a year or two ago with the first edition of the Scribe, and I compared it to other e-ink devices. And I won't get into the great depths on this particular video. I'm sure I might bring more videos into the mix as I move forward with this new edition. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you want to see more content like this, and share it with your friends. By all means, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit the comments and put those down there so I can help answer the questions that you may have, or someone in the community can contribute to the finds that you're looking for. But when we look at other e-ink devices, there's a lot of them on the market. Now, I cover a lot of these in all the videos, and the ones I probably touch on the most are the Remarkable, the Onyx Books, the Supernote. And those are all really awesome e-ink devices. But none of them do a really good job at e-reading. Yes, you can import files into them, but it doesn't have that Amazon experience that you experience with the Scribe, and any Kindle for that matter. It doesn't have that integration with your library of content. You have to manually push everything. Now with the Onyx Books, thankfully being an Android device, I can go ahead and download the Kindle app from the Google Play Store and be able to have that same type of experience. But it doesn't have the benefits of this writing in Canvas and note-taking within the app that I have with the Scribe. So really the question I have for you, what is your primary function here? Are you looking for a device that is an e-reader that offers e-ink technology? Or do you want to have an e-ink device and that's your primary focus? And any time you see yourself as a primary reader versus a writer, then I think that Amazon's Kindle Scribe is going to be probably the best decision for you. Now, I'm going to bring you into scope of one thing that I am concerned about. When it comes to the Scribe, unlike all the other devices have some type of cloud backup. If I take a note on the Remarkable, the books, or even a Supernote, they all upload to an account and my notes are there. Matter of fact, with some of these devices, they'll even synchronize across other devices. So I'm able to access that content in other places on other devices. And with the Remarkable and the new updates they made, you can actually pair up to 3 devices and have all the same content across all of them. What's powerful about that is if one of those devices breaks, I can pull up another device and retrieve all my notes. That is probably the only disadvantage with the Amazon Kindle Scribe, is my notes are here and nowhere else. So in the event that I lose this device or it breaks and I have to replace it, I'm not able to get my notes out of it and synchronize them to the new device. Now there is some features where I can go ahead and export my notes page by page or entire notebooks, which is really awesome. However, I cannot bring those notes back into a device and still be able to make edits to them. So there is the ability to archive them, just not the ability to edit them as you pull them back in. Which, if you are someone that's a real heavy note taker and some of the things that you're writing are really important, not only today, but down the road, it might be a reason to look at a different device that offers more abilities for cloud syncing. With that being said, this is a first look at this device. We're going to uncover it more and show you more features and compare it to other devices. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. I'm Brandon Bonhoeffer, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video.